Education matters. All eyes are on the state capitol today as lawmakers decide the future of Tennessee's largest school district. Debate is expected to begin later this afternoon over a bill that allows a state-appointed board to take over the Memphis-Shelby County School District. Meanwhile, opposition over the bill has been loud and clear, with some local leaders calling it an attack on democracy. Joining us now to talk more about what's at stake are MSCS school board members Michelle McKissick and Amber Hewitt-Garcia. Ladies, welcome. Glad to have you back.
Thank you for having us.
We know right now the House is on a break until 3:30. The Senate supposedly resumes its discussions around 4 o'clock today. Michelle, let's start with you. What are your feelings just overall, just in general?
Yeah, honestly, Alex, I'm just frustrated. This all could have been avoided, in my opinion, had the board just worked together for what triggered this. Yes, it's been looming for some years of a state takeover, but that really wasn't on the horizon right now. So I'm just frustrated that we're at this point.
Yeah, Amber, what about you? What are your feelings right at this very moment?
Yeah, I think I echo that, and I think it's clear that the community wants to see some level of change, but we also have two bodies that can't agree, right, on what that intervention should look like. Yet they're sharing to a school board that why aren't you making these easy decisions? This is how you make progress. But what I hope is whatever they decide on is that we implement it well and it actually moves kids and supports families
Yeah, Michelle, I think you're about to jump in.
Well, that's right, because I was thinking, children, that is the part of the equation that really has not been mentioned. What is the impact is this going to have on our students, on our teachers, just to have more upheaval in the district? So I really am hopeful that something can be ironed out where it is amenable to everyone involved.
Because we know some state lawmakers from Memphis have questioned another fellow state lawmaker, Mark White, saying, wait a minute, the Achievement School District, according to them, was not a success here in Memphis and Shelby County, and now the state thinks it can take over. What do you say to that?
I say it doesn't make sense. Two wrongs don't make a right. And you have dedicated leaders on the school board who are focused on helping children. And the ASD, the Achievement School District, 10 years, we're now getting those schools back, coming back into MSCS because it just didn't work. You can't have this long distance leadership trying to dictate what's happening here in Memphis.
Amber, do you have confidence in the state doing this?
I think I understand what their intention is, but I haven't seen any sort of reflection period on how would we do something different and improve upon that versus implementing and making the same mistakes that we did in the past. And then just because of all the severity or sort of the length of the interventions at this point, where do you go from here if these don't work, right? Like, I think in any sort of public policy approaches, there's an incrementalism that I don't see.
Right.
And so, audits are, forensic audit is part of both bills. What's a more responsible approach to, ceding some of that power if that's what they feel is best, but doing it in a way that is data-driven decisions.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, Michelle, as the clock ticks down, though, can a compromise be possibly made here? I mean, what are your hopes?
I think they are trying to compromise between the two bills with the House and the Senate, but as far as conversations with the school board, I don't think that's happening anymore. I know that I had been having conversations with legislators there in Nashville, and it's been a while, though, since I've had any conversations with leadership, with Representative Mark White. I know that, like Amber said, the spirit of what's happening here is to try to stabilize this district because there has been a lot of upheaval, and families are upset. The community is upset over some of the decisions that this board has made, and so I'm hopeful that we can still do what's best for children.
So, Amber, if it really comes down to this in the next few days, or maybe even as early as today, what are your thoughts or hopes for an oversight committee, as is being called?
I think I want clear expectations about what their role is. What would Michelle and I and our 7 colleagues, what would our role be? Since we are not part of that decision-making process now, how can we make sure it gets implemented well? How does the knowledge that we have, our experience, relationships with our constituency, supplement the thing that they're trying to do, right? And actually drive towards improving educational outcomes for kids. Like, we want to have a collaborative approach.
We mentioned the outcomes of the kids. What about the voices, though, of Memphis-Shelby County voters? You are an elected board. I mean, what does this say?
As much as I was not in support of the decision that I believe that helped to trigger this right now with the state, it is still incumbent upon the people and citizens of Memphis and Shelby County to make the decision on who represents them, who holds us all accountable. That's when you make that decision come next election cycle of whether or not you want to retain that person if they're running again or to replace them. I mean, you can't get rid of the voice of the people.
Yeah. Amber, are you watching all of this unfold very closely in these last few hours?
Yeah, and I think depending on when they make a decision, the implementation may not even be immediate, right? And we're 16 months away from 4 school board members being up for election, and so the opportunity to keep that power in voters' hands is still there while also making change. So I think I still believe replacing a board is not democratic, and election cycles are coming up fast, and we do both.
And very quickly, is there another school board meeting coming up pretty soon that I know a lot of parents will probably want to be at?
Tomorrow, we have our work session, then our April business meeting is next Tuesday.
Yes.
Keep us posted.
Will do.
Still good to see you. Amber, good to see you.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you.